What kind of man hangs off a flying plane just to sell you a movie ticket? Who would dare jump from a 1,000-foot cliff on a motorbike just to keep his audience happy? No green screen, no stunt double, just clinging to a jet midair like a man possessed. It sounds surprising, but above that, that's insane. While Hollywood played it safe, he went full daredevil to drag a franchise worth a few million to $2.1 billion back from the dead. This isn't just action, it's obsession. A one-man mission to make movies feel dangerous again. And maybe, just maybe, he saved the entire movie industry doing it. His name? You already know who we're talking about. Yes, we are talking about Tom Cruise and his deadly movie career. Let's be real, by the mid-2000s, Mission Impossible was hanging by a thread. MI3 didn't exactly blow up the box office, barely pulling in $398 million worldwide, the lowest in the series. And Tom Cruise? His public image was in the gutter. The Oprah couch moment, the Scientology headlines, it all cast a shadow. By 2010, people weren't asking, when's the next Mission Impossible? They were asking, should there even be one? But Cruise wasn't about to let his baby flatline. Nope, he doubled down, bet everything, and decided to win back the world's trust. Not with talk, but with jaw-dropping, death-defying stunts no sane person would ever attempt. What do you do when your billion-dollar franchise is dying and your reputation's in freefall? If you're Tom Cruise, you strap yourself to the outside of the tallest building on Earth and run. No CGI, no stunt double. Just Cruise, dangling off the Burj Khalifa, 1,700 feet in the air, like he had a death wish or something to prove. This wasn't just another sequel. Ghost Protocol was Cruise's all-or-nothing bet to win back the world. He was 49. Most actors are slowing down by then. Cruise, he was sprinting across glass windows 130 stories up, with IMAX cameras rolling and wind threatening to rip him off the side. Director Brad Bird called it nerve-shredding. Audiences called it jaw-dropping. Why go this far? Because Cruise knew something Hollywood had forgotten. Fake doesn't impress anymore. The Burj Khalifa stunt wasn't just real, it felt real, and it worked. Ghost Protocol exploded at the box office, made nearly $700 million, and officially resurrected Mission Impossible. One stunt, one skyscraper, one madman with a plan. Let's take a look at some death-defying stunts in Mission Impossible. So you've just climbed the tallest building in the world. Most people would call it a career highlight and move on, right? Not this guy. With the success of Ghost Protocol, he basically sentenced himself to a lifetime of one-upping his own insanity. Every new Mission Impossible had to be bigger, scarier, and more jaw-droppingly real than the last. And instead of backing down, he said, "Challenge accepted." What followed? A decade of stunts so bonkers, so death-defying, even his crew couldn't believe what they were watching. Let's talk about a few of the completely real things he did, because no CGI explosion could compete with this level of madness. Airplane stunt of insanity, hanging off a plane at 52, no stunt double, no green screen, just Tom, the sky, and pure craziness. Motorcycle mayhem, no helmet, insane speeds and real trucks. Just another Tuesday for Cruise. 6-minute breath hold. 6 minutes underwater, no cuts, no tricks. Almost passed out, because of faking it, never an option. Jumping out of a plane at 25,000 feet at night, with lightning, and an oxygen mask. Helicopter acrobatics and broken ankle, flying a chopper, doing insane stunts and breaking his ankle mid-take. But he kept running. Motorcycle cliff jump, 60 years old. 4,000-foot cliff. A motorcycle, a parachute. 6 attempts. That's Tom Cruise for you. This isn't just about action, it's about defying death over and over. Because for Cruise, risk isn't the problem, it's the whole point. Might have saved the action genre entirely. So really, what kind of man hangs off a flying plane just to sell you a movie ticket? You already know the answer. How the hell does he do it? Seriously, how does Tom Cruise do all this? Jumping off cliffs, dangling from planes, holding his breath underwater for 6 minutes, and looking like he just stepped off the cover of Men's Health while doing it. The answer isn't just genetics or Hollywood magic. It's pure, relentless, almost obsessive grit. Tom Cruise treats his body and mind like precision weapons. Every insane stunt you've seen, it's backed by months, sometimes years of brutal prep. We're talking daily strength training, insane cardio, rock climbing, running, agility drills. Oh, and just casually mastering helicopter aerobatics and deep-sea diving in between. He doesn't dabble in this stuff. He becomes a machine built for the stunt. And at 62 years old, His stamina puts guys half his age to shame. That's not luck. That's Cruise. He lives by a no days off rule. His diet, rigid, no sugar, no processed junk. When it's time to shoot a high-stakes scene, say wing walking on a plane mid-flight, he fuels like a beast. Massive breakfast, he says. Sausage, bacon, a dozen eggs, toast, coffee. I'm eating. My body's burning a lot. You don't survive sprinting across skyscrapers on empty. This isn't just commitment. It's an all-out war plan against gravity, aging, and fear itself. And speaking of fear, yes, he feels it. But he doesn't flinch. Cruise doesn't wing it. He prepares his mind as intensely as his muscles. Every detail of every stunt is studied, rehearsed, and dissected. Before the camera ever rolls, he's practiced it so many times it's automatic. Like during his Hello Jump training, he didn't just learn to jump from 25,000 feet, he trained until he could land the shot on cue, or that death-defying motorcycle cliff jump. He didn't just go for it. He started small, building up with thousands of practice runs, tweaking every move until the launch felt perfect. That's not normal. That's obsession. And it's why we believe every frame. Cruise isn't just prepping himself. He pulls everyone else into the fire with him. On Top Gun, Maverick, even though it wasn't a Mission Impossible film, his intensity was contagious. He built an actual flight program for his co-stars, just so their in-air reactions would be real. Over a month, he trained them to handle 8 Gs of force, 1,600 pounds of pressure crushing their bodies. So when you saw pain and awe on their faces in those jets, it wasn't acting, it was survival. That's Tom Cruise. He doesn't just do the work, he drags everyone up to his level. And when you watch those stunts, when your jaw drops and your heart pounds, you're not just seeing spectacle, you're seeing the result of absolute dedication. He doesn't cut corners, he doesn't fake it, he bleeds for the shot. As Cruise once said, "I love making movies. It's not what I do, it's who I am." And that's exactly why the Mission Impossible franchise didn't just survive, it became a cinematic legend. Tom Cruise didn't just revive Mission Impossible, he resurrected it from the cinematic grave. After MI3 underperformed in 2006, most franchises would have flatlined, but not on Cruise's watch. He risked life and limb, literally, with Ghost Protocol, catapulting the series to $695 million. Then came Rogue Nation and Fallout, each bigger, bolder, and richer. Fallout nearly hit $800 million alone. Suddenly what was once a fading spy series became a billion-dollar beast. Cruise's death-defying stunts weren't for show, they were the engine driving critical acclaim and box office gold. By 2023, even Dead Reckoning Part 1 pulled in $567 million, despite a post-pandemic market. Over $3.5 billion later, the message is clear. Cruise is the franchise. He didn't just save Mission Impossible, he redefined what modern blockbusters could be. Real stunts, real risk, real results. And just like that, the man who ran on rooftops and clung to airplanes became Hollywood's most reliable miracle worker. Let's be honest, this is where the story gets downright insane. Tom Cruise isn't doing all this death-defying madness in his 30s, or even 40s. No, he's doing it in his 60s. 61 years old, during Dead Reckoning Part 1. And what's he doing? Jumping off cliffs, drifting a Fiat through Rome, like he's in Fast and Furious, Vatican drift. Fighting on top of a speeding train like Gravity doesn't apply to him. While other actors his age are settling into quiet dramas, or passing the action baton to CGI doubles, Cruise is training harder than ever, literally outpacing co-stars half his age. This isn't nostalgia, it's next-level commitment, and the craziest part, he's not slowing down. He said he wants to keep doing this into his 70s. Who does that? He's not just defying age, he's waging war against it. And in a world of green screens and digital fakery, Tom Cruise is still doing it for real. That's legendary. If you liked this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for the latest updates.